Good afternoon, everyone. I am Dion Woods, and I am the owner and creator of the Turquoise Iris. If you're new here, welcome. And to be honest with you, I'm new here. This is my very first YouTube live video that I have ever done. I'm usually over on Facebook doing live tutorials, chatting, doing question and answer, and getting to know the ladies in my creative connection a little bit better. But I decided to try something new today. So we are live here on YouTube, as far as I know. Someone throw me out a hey and a hi and a hello, if you don't mind, so I know I'm not just talking to myself. Um, there's your first hi. Okay, so this is totally new for me. Um, Hi from the UK. Well, hi from Oklahoma, Oklahoma City. That's where I am, and I've got a new buffet. I've got my DIY paint from Debbie's Design Diary, and I wanted to just start on this makeover and let you guys join me. Hello, Carrie Holloway. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so happy to see some familiar faces and familiar names. Thank you. Again, this is my very first time. I hope that you enjoy. Throw out your questions. I don't really know how this works. So if you have a question, I don't know if I'm going to see it. Um, but I hope I do, and I hope that I can answer it to the best of my ability. So like I said, I am on Facebook all the time doing tutorials on live. So if you're not following me there, you are more than welcome to follow me at the Turquoise Iris. And I'm going to get started on this piece. Let me know if you have any questions. I am going to be using DIY paint from Debbie's Design Diary, and it's a clay base. And the reason I love it more than any other paint in the world is because it works perfectly for my style of blending, my techniques. I use a lot of water because I try to give each piece an artistic finish that's not only one of a kind, but pretty colorful as well. So my goal is to always create a one of a kind piece that you fall in love with. Maybe not your best friend, maybe not your neighbor, but you. So let's get started on this. I don't really have a plan other than my colors are faded burlap, French millinery, mermaid tail, which is it's pretty delicious right here, and bohemian blue, which is my #1 seller and also my own personal favorite color. I've got my water bottle here. I also have 3 different brushes. These are an oval. They're from paintpixie.com, and I sell them at Reclaimed Warehouse in Moore, Oklahoma. But you can also order them online as well. This is the French tip, and then I've got 2 of their large. They are clean. I'm just not very good at cleaning them, all right? Don't tell anybody. All right, so if you're here and joining me, thanks. This is kind of cool. I haven't done this before. Palette knife a lot, and I forgot to grab it, but here in a minute I may have to get up and grab that. So I think I'm gonna start with the faded burlap. So let's get started with that. And I'm gonna kind of just work my way around. You know what, I'm lying. I'm gonna go with bohemian blue because it's my safe place. It's where I feel comfy, it's where I feel like home. So we're gonna go with it because this is my first time on YouTube going live. I have some other videos on here and in tutorials, but they've been uploaded. So we're gonna go with this right now. I'm gonna apply this right to the surface. There's no need to sand. Hello, Terry from Denver. If you are new to this page and have never watched a tutorial of mine, I'm usually over on Facebook. I do often have them for sale on my website at theturquoiseiris.com. I create one-of-a-kind pieces of furniture and art as well. I sell my pieces on there. I ship all over the United States. And I like to use color. So if you are a solid white kind of girl, this might not be your favorite makeover, just saying. I also have a coaching group called The Creative Connection. It's a monthly membership of $26 where we just chat about all things paint related, business related, and such. So I don't, like I said, I don't have a plan for this, but I find my inspiration from old doors all across the world, and I scan Pinterest looking for the most brilliant, timely worn doors and windows and gates. From Canada. I'm so happy you're here. So those are my favorite things to look for where I find inspiration, and I also find myself more in the summer looking at those because you get that travel bug, right? Hi, Dorothy Cook. I love seeing you. This is so new for me, and I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a little bit intimidated, a little bit on the nervy side, so I appreciate you familiar faces popping on here and making me feel better, making me feel comfortable. I just wanted to go ahead and paint this, get started on it, and you guys have any questions about what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, I'm gonna answer those questions the best of my ability. I don't have a plan. I just picked 4 colors that I knew I wanted to use. I'm not going to switch brushes. Whoops. I'm busting open my mermaid tail next. No, not switching. Hey girl, I thought that was a pop-up for a recorded live. Right? I am live on here on YouTube. I've had so many requests, and and the neighbor has decided to mow right now. Right now. So we're gonna bear with that little humming of the mower from the neighbor next door. I could put the door down, but it's like a sauna in here in the garage. I'm in Oklahoma City. Where are you guys from? So I'm rubbing Mermaid Tail from DIY Paint over Bohemian Blue. Okay, you'll be done here in just a moment. I am so sorry. It's okay. You can still hear me. Thank the Lord. I really apologize, but that's what happens when you go live and you don't record and edit. You get what you get, you know? There's nothing we can do about it. So I'm going to throw some of this up here. You still see me? He'll be done in just a minute on this side. So I don't really know how these YouTube lives work. This is my first time. I don't know if you can share. I guess you probably can. I'm used to being on Facebook where you can share videos. But this is one of the things where I challenge myself to pop on here and say, yeah, I can do that. I can get on there on YouTube, sure. I'm a little nervous, so y'all be nice. You guys, please be nice. In just a second, we're going to grab some French millinery, and if you are not aware of what color that is, it is a very beautiful, soft purple. And it looks very good with teals. I used to have the most beautiful, well, I thought it was beautiful, teal velvet like blazer, okay? And my friends thought I was crazy because I bought a silk, I swear it was that color, almost like a lavender color, and I put it under there. It was a beautiful combination. So that's my inspiration as well for this little color combination. It's my old blazer and outfit I put together years ago. I'm going to lightly mist a little bit of water. If you're wondering about this bottle, it's from Master's Touch. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and it's a ultra fine mist sprayer. Please bear with me, you guys. He will be done mowing on this side of the yard here in just a moment. It's the neighbor, not my son. Gotta love lives. I mean, frankly, it's the hottest part of the day. When my kids do that, it makes me laugh because I'm like, why are you choosing the hottest part of the day to mow? Still on on the mermaid tail. If you can see this color, it's delicious. So if you notice, I added water to this. And with the DIY paint, since it's a clay based, the pigment is twice as rich of other paints that you may or may not have used before. So when you add water, we still don't lose our intensity of the color. It still stays just as bright as it was. And so we can dilute it a little bit almost, but it won't matter. So Roshi is amazing. Oh, whoever is supporting me and throwing out some love, thank you so much. I'm gonna tilt it just down just a little bit. I know this is new for all of you that might be on here. You're not used to seeing me because I haven't done this before on YouTube. I'm gonna tilt this down a little bit. There is some beautiful detailing that we're about to tackle here in just a moment. So I'm gonna grab this purpley color. It's almost like a soft gray lavender, and it's really gonna complement these colors, trust me. I am gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna go in with my water and I'm gonna reactivate the mermaid tail. And if you aren't certain about this paint, I can assure you the flies love it because it's dirt. It's dirt. So not much, just right here on the tip. The sprayer is an ultra fine mist sprayer and it's from Hobby Lobby. It's only $10. Grab their coupon, you get it for $6. So you can see I'm gonna do this and I'm blending right here. And my dog, she's a large Doberman and she does not like the neighbors mowing. Every week they do it and every week she hates it. See that the coverage is really good. It's not taking much. And right now I'm going over it, creating like a layered look over the bohemian, and this is just really good. So the coverage is really good with DIY paint. You don't really need 2 coats of any one color, especially if you're going to be using multiple colors like I am. I'm going to use 4 on this entire piece. Then I'm going to come back with some waxes and probably a gold metallic as well. I'm not keeping it even. I'm not trying to make it random because she's an artist and loves color. I love that some of you are answering questions for me. That's awesome. Do you need something though? I'm okay.
I was just gonna ask what my opinion on this thing, but
Yeah, I'll have to think about that in a minute. I'm sorry. Okay, so basically when I get all the paint down here off, like my brush, you can see that I don't really have any wet paint, but I'm still gonna lightly go over this and like almost like dry brushing, cleaning my brush with. I know it's hard to see, but I can move the camera in closer. I'm just kind of flicking it over it, and it's hopefully you're all still there. Actually, give me just 1 second. Give me just 1 second. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna see about my internet connection and make sure we're okay, so that doesn't happen again. Give me just 1 second. I'm so sorry. No, just tell him to. You open up your... Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the little break. You can call that a #D break. So right here we have Bohemian Blue. We added a little mermaid tail, and then we've got French millinery here. This is just the first coat and base coat. Yep, it's a Q break. I'm gonna go with the D break. My kids are home because it's summertime, and my assistant is also here. They are all working on the internet and doing their thing, and so it slows down a little bit when that happens. This is like the softest, creamiest shade of lavender. And it really, surprisingly, is so complementary to the teals. And so I'm adding it here, and then I'm going to come back with the bohemian blue down here on this edge in this corner. And I will readjust the camera here in a few minutes so you can get a better view. I'm going to scoot you guys just a little bit over here so you can see better. Guys, if you're new to my page and you're not familiar with my work, I am also an artist, and so I look at every piece of furniture like it's a one-of-a-kind artwork. I don't usually have a plan. I just grab the colors that I'm feeling for the day. And I may change it at the last minute. I may hate it, but most of the time I just go with what my gut says to do. I love this paint that I use. It's from DIY. It's also from Debbie's Design Diary. If you'd like more tips about the paint, you can go to Debbie's Design Diary here on YouTube. And there are hundreds of tutorials that Debbie Beard has created. And she can give you tips and tricks on how to use DIY paint. And in all honesty, her videos are much more entertaining than mine. Your gut is always spot on, and you are my favorite today. Thank you for being here and helping me and supporting me. I'm a little nervous because I haven't done this, so I'm a little nervous about people being hateful. Facebook is my thing. Facebook is where I go. So I'm challenging myself and doing this because I've been, asked to by people, and so I'm feeling like it's time. And I can do it. I can try it once and go from there. I also have faded burlap, but I haven't really found a place where I really want to put it. So I'm either going to put it up maybe at the top or down somewhere on the legs. And I'll probably be using this French tip brush. So right around this detail, I really kind of want to do something fun to highlight it. So kind of thinking, hey, I may actually grab some random color to go right here around this trim and in a few areas, or I may do gold. So I'm going to be thinking about it while I'm still painting. The idea is to blend to make everything really smooth and seamless, but if your style is a little more chunky and you prefer more of a chunks of color, go with that too. But this is how I usually do it. I try to make things seamless. I'm going to grab my gold and we're going to highlight in a few areas. Lalani, I appreciate you, sister. More than you know, trust me. All right. So if you followed me, you know that I always say it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Nobody freak out. Hang tight on me, you guys. Like just trust the process. I have fun with this. That's the main thing I try to tell people, is to just have fun. So this is a golden metallic called Golden Ticket. It's also a DIY product. So it dries really sheer. It dries like almost like a just a sparkle, okay? And so it's bright right now. It's very wet looking, but it will dry in a much more sheer manner. Almost like, you know how glue is white when you apply it, but then after it dries, it's translucent. So this is just the first step. I do have to, of course, do the legs and the sides and the top, but I'm going to let all of this kind of dry, and then we have to you got to step back, let it dry, decide if it needs any more changes, and then I will probably cover the entire piece in a clear wax, also from Debbie's Design Diary, the DIY paint. So I appreciate you guys being here. This was my first time to go live. I know I could have done a recorded video, but I thought this might be kind of fun, and I got 22 minutes out of it. So I appreciate your kindness, and if you have any more questions about my work, you can find it on the turquoiseiris.com, and there are also more tutorials here on my page that you can check into. I always use DIY paint from Debbie's Design Diary as well, and I can attach that link if you're interested in checking it out. But if you have any questions about paint, just holler. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here. It's so good to see your familiar faces and your names. I meant. Yes, thank you. So, since I haven't done this before, I'm assuming I pushed the X. Thank you, Carrie. Mwah. Come back soon. I certainly will, as long as people are nice. So X, I think.